Hey guys, today we are reviewing a 2019 Audi Q5 2.0 Turbo in an unlikely location, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This 2019 Q5 has 248 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque, and I gotta tell you, it's got plenty of power. I'm really impressed with this. I had a 2012 Q5 with 3.2 liter naturally aspirated V6, and this has so much more pickup. Brakes are a little spongy. We can talk a little bit more about that. The transmission's a little funky from time to time, gets a little quirky on being a little picky with its gear selection changes, but overall I'm really impressed with how far this vehicle has come. So let's go ahead and take a look at the exterior, and we'll go ahead and get inside and take a ride. So the 19 model has seen a facelift. I guess you would call it a midterm facelift. The front grille has gotten a little bit more aggressive. I really like the details in here. Sorry, the car came to me this dirty. I did not make it this dirty. Apparently hasn't been washed since it's been in Illinois. But no complaints. The interior is really clean. You'll notice that the headlight cluster has changed and the fog lights are gone. The fog lights are now integrated into the headlight cluster, very much like on my Audi R8 if you've seen that video. I do like the wheels. They have a really good look to them. Wearing Continentals, like the lines along here. The sill extensions down here are nice with the contrasting gray paint. Rear end looks very similar to before, but one thing you'll notice is they don't have cutouts for the exhaust. This is a solid piece on both sides, and the exhaust just face down in the rear. A little bit unusual and not really a fan. Let's take a peek in here. Plenty of cargo space. Obviously nothing's changed on this since the chassis stays the same, but they did add some LED lighting in here, which looks really classy and really easy to flip down those back seats by pulling on either of these levers on either side. Taking a look underneath here, you have a donut, tools, and nice stowage on the sides here. Automatic tailgate. Take a look in the back seat. Nice plastic trim, looks like wood, not horrible. And then there is the ability to adjust the temperature in the back through the console here. This particular is the base model. It does come in Premium Plus and Prestige models, and prices go up well into the lower 50s, and then if you want the SQ5, I believe that is 60,000 or more. Plenty of room, plenty of front storage in here, lots of leg room. Lots of leg room in the back, as you may have noticed. This is a cup holder here, also doubles as a storage tray for a phone. USB charger, 12 volt. And I'm going to open this. Don't judge me. I have some videos for my niece in here who I'm going to be visiting soon. But you have the CD player in here, as well as the ability, I guess, to add nav if you wish. Another storage spot in here. Again, this is a rental car, not my car, so mine would probably be a little bit cleaner. But good example of a 2019 Q5. Great lines. I like the roof rack as well. It is functional. I can feel the pegs up here to put the rack on top of it. It probably comes with it. So obviously they didn't include it for me. Again, here's me. My seat is positioned. I'm about 5'11". Why don't I get in here and show you how much legroom I have while sitting in here. So I'm just sitting up straight, plenty of legroom. Good visibility. Ingress and egress is very easy on the back. This has the stock stereo, so I'm only seeing a total of 11 speakers, 2 in each door all the way around, and then 2 tweeters and then a center channel up on the dash. Stereo sounds fine, by the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of this car. So you have the standard Audi layout on the driver's door with the mirror controls. Down here you have the trunk release, windows, baby locks, nice aluminum here for the door handle and locking mechanism. Over here you have the lighting switchgear for the headlights, and this is the fog light button for the front, and this is the fog light for the rear. What this does is it actually spreads the light out to the sides, and I used it last night, worked great. The ambient lighting in the car is nice, tastefully done. It's not obviously the higher end models with the lighting that comes out from underneath here, but still looks really good. Here's the Audi MMI right here, and you have all of your basic menu functions through here: vehicle settings, audio, the radio, your media, meaning your streaming, or if you're plugged in through a USB, telephone setup, Audi Connect, if you subscribe to that, your smartphone, and other vehicle settings that do things such as adjust the lighting brightness. It adjusts whether or not you want a tone to sound when you lock the car and set the alarm, etc. This particular model does not have folding mirrors. When you move up to the Premium Plus, your mirrors would be electrically powered. So additionally, I love how they changed this setup here. They added more color. It's an LED display. Maybe this is even an advanced liquid crystal. I'm not an expert on that, but I really like the look of it versus the red numbers and letters that were in the previous generation. This car does come standard with heated seats, and you can see everything has a really nice feel to it. This nice aluminum look, aluminum through here. You can see it's touch sensitive, but also when you adjust, you pull up and down. Auto is selected there. I've chosen to sync all of the climates, including the rear seats and the front driver and passenger. Down below, you have the drive select, whether or not you want. Here, I'll go ahead and show you what this does. It's actually selected here. Dynamic, individual, auto, comfort, and off-road settings. Let's go ahead and set it for the comfort setting for now. Dynamic is like on any other Audi. That's the highest setting that comes from the factory as far as aggressiveness of driving, and it's more of the Sport Plus type of a mode. The air conditioning feels great in the car. This is standard touch to start, but it does not have touch opening, so you do have to use the remote to lock and unlock the vehicle. See, they added the Quattro logo, so it does come standard with Quattro. More of the simulated wood trim, but it's nice, it's not horrible. And the headliner is the typical quilted type of Audi fabric. I don't know if you can see, but that's kind of a look at the materials. Up above on the overhead console, you have the home link for your garage or gate. There's also the Audi Connect buttons. They call it the SOS, I guess, in the event of an emergency. You could also, if you subscribe to the Audi service, you can, I guess, work and schedule service appointments. This turns on your lights so they work with the door inside. and then this is just your manual switch to turn on the lights interior. It does have LED lighting throughout, so front and rear. Here are the rear LEDs up here, and I believe that kind of should give you a feel for everything. I'm not going to run you through how to set up a phone or how to do how to stream Bluetooth. It's pretty self-explanatory. You would just select the telephone function and then use the control knob here, moving it back and forth to select the phone that you want and how you want to add it. And then this button here, just so you know, this backs you out of menus. This button here opens up additional menus. You do have a volume button or control here, turning volume higher or lower, pushing it to turn it on or off. And what's nice is if you slide it to the side, it'll advance your track selection. So if you're streaming Sirius, you just slide it to the right, and if you're on the correct channel, it'll let you advance. Steering wheel buttons are all self-explanatory. The star button on this particular model, I've checked, is in tune with and will work with your drive select modes, so you don't even have to take your hands off the steering wheel to adjust to off-road, comfort, dynamic, auto, or individual. Tastefully done with the Audi logo on the center. A little bit of I think this is really plastic, but it looks metal, and it looks really good. Steering wheel is great. It's got great grip, leather on it. The seats are not leather. They're the Audi Tex on this particular model. So they look good, but they are actually vinyl. The gauge cluster looks great. I love the tilt to it. It just has a really nice, classy feel, and I'm really impressed with the Audi design. Everything just feels really good. The shift feels really solid. It has a really good feel to it. To engage a gear, you push this button, you pull it back towards you or forward and away from you to engage reverse. When you're ready to park, you just push the park button, and that's it. Here is the electronic emergency brake right here. Pull it on to engage, push it down to disengage. So, without further ado, let's take a quick drive, and I'll give you some of my driving impressions as we wind our way through Schenley Park. The car is rather quiet, I must say. It rides extremely well. I use this analogy of driving like an old Lincoln Town car. It's not like that. It's not floaty, but it's compliant. It's cushy in a good way, yet responsive. I will say though, there have been a couple of instances when I needed to really jam on the brakes to make a turn, because I'm just not used to driving an SUV all the time, and the brakes were a little bit spongy. So just something to be aware of. Maybe it's this particular example of a Q5 because it might have been driven hard. This one has 7,000 miles on it, but it really doesn't. It's really not beat up looking. So it just could be the car. Just a lot of weight. If you want more sporty brakes, maybe opt for the SQ5. Steering is really light. You get decent road feedback. I'm very happy with it, and really have no complaints at all about the steering. Like I mentioned previously, it's got plenty of pickup. I'm very, very pleased with the amount of pickup, and it is very different than the 3.2 liter 6 that I had on my 2012. Okay, here's the car with the hazards on. You can see right in through here, these are the daytime running lights. I know it's a little bright. Headlights are on. You can see you have the LEDs on here as well for turn signals, and then the directional turn signals in the rear. I've heard it before, Audi has some of the best exterior lighting of all manufacturers, and aside from Pagani and Koenigsegg and Ferrari, but for the layman's car, they do a really good job. I would grab some night lighting for you. So here's the instrument cluster, the steering wheel, the door card. See, it's lit up in the center console here. That's it. By the way, plenty of LED lighting in here. Very bright. Here's the key that you get with this car. Good looking key. Outside, you get the door handles lighting up, rear view, so that should do it. I appreciate you viewing and welcome any comments or questions in the area below. That's it. Until next time, thanks for viewing.